What's up, Rich Squad? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and if you're new around here, consider hitting the subscribe button. In today's video, I'll be talking about 3 potential summer transfer moves for Paul Pogba, Luka Jović, and João Felix. These transfers are heating up the airwaves. They're breaking the internet because whoever lands these players will be very lucky, because these are 3 big players, of course. We all know about Paul Pogba, but not a lot of people know about Luka Jović and João Felix. But let's talk about the youngest player on the list first, Joelle Felix, Portuguese superstar in the making. He hasn't made his Portuguese debut yet, but he will pretty soon, as he was named in Portugal's UEFA Nations League squad alongside Cristiano Ronaldo, and he is touted to be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think he wants that tag though, because most players who have been touted to be the next Ronaldo, the next Messi, they have all flopped. So he would want to take his own path to glory. But let's talk about João Felix, man. He's only 19 years old, and this is his first ever professional season for SL Benfica, and god damn, he has broken out really well with 20 goals and 11 assists in all competitions this season. He even scored a Europa League hat-trick, becoming one of the youngest, if not the youngest player to ever do so. So the man has just broken out on the scene, and he has popped up on the radar of Manchester City and Man United. Who will get him? Who will get him? Or matter of fact, let's say, where should he go? Where should he go? Man United are in a desperate position right now. They want to rebuild, and they want to rebuild with young, unproven players. Not go back to the old players who have been in the Premier League year after year. They want to start fresh. They want to build a project under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Is that the right move for a player like João Felix? Or should he go to Manchester City, where he's guaranteed to win a trophy or 2 or even 3? It's a tough decision. João Felix clearly stated that he is happy at Benfica, but with the breakout season he had, it's best to go when you're hot. But there's another big stumbling block: the price. João Felix will be expensive, and they're talking over £100 million. That's a lot of money. Manchester City has not paid that kind of money for any player. So I'm thinking he might not end up at City, unless City sweeten the deal, pay around £70 million and throw in another player. But who will that player be? Gabriel Jesus? I don't think so. I don't think Gabriel Jesus would want to go to Benfica to play in the Portuguese league when he's been in the Premier League and has proven that he can handle the pressure of the Premier League. Who will it be? Will it be Eliaquim Mangala, Danilo, one of these players? I really doubt it. So João Felix to City, it doesn't seem likely. But if Leroy Sané does go to Bayern Munich, City will definitely use that money. Well, not that they need to use that money, but the thing is, with the whole financial fair play issue, they will have to use that money to purchase a João Felix or another player. But with United, man, with United lurking around, we all know United always try to hijack City's transfers. They did it with Fred, did it with Alexis Sanchez, and how they get it done is they dangle a lot of money. They're offering João Felix $6 million for, I think, 3 years. I think $6 million 3 years. That's around £115,000 a week. That's a big check for a 19-year-old player. It will be hard to resist. So that's how Man United lure their players in. I don't think João Felix will be a starter at Man United. If Martial stays, if you have guys like Lingard, Rashford, they will need to offload Sanchez and Lukaku and potentially Pogba. because they're linked to a lot of people. And if this project is going to be successful, they need to let go of few, make the money to spend the money. Not that Man United can afford to spend that kind of money, but then there's financial fair play and all that stuff you have to worry about. So right now, it seems as if Man United might be the most likely destination for João Felix. It's not the most ideal because players who have gone there hasn't really blossomed that much, but Benfica and Man United has done business with Lindelof recently. And we also seen Diego Dalot. I think he played for Porto. He came over from Portugal too. So there's history there. So he might be tempted to go to Man United over City. But I really think as a Man City fan that he should come to City. But we need to make way if we are to accommodate a player like João Felix. There's no way you're going to have João Felix and Leroy Sané, Mahrez, Sterling, Bernardo in one team. It's not going to happen unless one player agrees to play a less subdued role. If you understand what I'm saying. Like the role that Leroy Sané played this season. And he wasn't happy. So João Felix most likely will go to Manchester United. He's probably linked with a few other big clubs. Maybe Liverpool, maybe Barcelona or Real Madrid. But right now, it's Man United leading the race. So, guys, let me know what you think about João Felix and where he should sign in this current summer transfer window. I know Benfica, they're going to make a lot of money this summer. They have quite a few talented players over there. So, let me know your thoughts on João Felix. Let's move on to the other player on the list. Luka Jović, the Bosnian-born Serbian international who plays for Eintracht Frankfurt. He was on loan at Frankfurt from Benfica as he was surplus to requirements over there, but went to Frankfurt, took his opportunity, won the DFB Pokal with Frankfurt last season, and last season, the 2018-19 season, he has come of age. Brilliant season. 27 goals, 7 assists. What a season. That's a vast improvement from the previous season where he only scored 8 goals and provided 2 assists. So the 2018-19 campaign was a breakout season for Luka Jović. He earned his first call-up to the Serbian national team and he has popped up on the radar of all the big clubs around Europe. He really came to the fore when he bagged 5 goals in Frankfurt's 7-1 win over Fortuna Düsseldorf earlier in the season. Before that, I did not really know who Luka Jović was, and a lot of people really didn't know who he was. But the man has continued to be very consistent, and he is rumored to move to Real Madrid. First, it was Real Madrid. And then we're thinking, that's a good move, right? Because you have Benzema over there, he's aging, and you would need somewhat of a backup striker to Benzema, someone to take over when he moves on. And Zidane is probably looking towards the future right now. And Jović would cost around 60 million euros, and that's not bad at all. Frankfurt will be making a big profit from that potential Luka Jović deal, around 53 million euros after they bagged him from Benfica for about 7 million. So the deal will happen. I think he will move on. Frankfurt missed out on automatic qualification to the Champions League and Europa League. So Luka Jović would want to play in the Champions League or the Europa League next season. And he is most likely to move to one of those clubs who are in that competition. Will it be Real Madrid? Well, I'm not sure. To be honest, I think Real Madrid is the most suitable destination for Luka Jović. But in a recent article, he said that he sees himself playing in Italy or in England because in the recent encounters versus Inter and Chelsea, he feels as if he could, wrestle against these players. He may be wrong, but then again, he might be right. So where will Luka Jović end up? He hasn't been linked with Liverpool, but when you really think about it, Liverpool may be a good destination for a player like Luka Jović because he will be somewhat of a backup or secondary option to Roberto Firmino. That's if Divock Origi moves on. Maybe Origi can go to Frankfurt and Luka Jović to Liverpool. And he could also be an option for Manchester City because he is around that price range where City likes to spend, around 60 million. Or it could even be a bit cheaper if City sends another player over to Frankfurt, if you understand what I'm saying. So he said he want to come to the Premier League. So Man City could be an option. Liverpool could be an option. Chelsea won't be an option because they are currently on a transfer ban. Man United may be an option as well because they're looking for hot new talent. Well, I don't see him going to any other Premier League clubs. Arsenal has Aubameyang and Lacazette. If Lacazette moves on or Aubameyang move on, which I don't see happening, then he could be linked to one of those clubs. Tottenham Hotspur, that's a good club he could actually move to when you really think about it. Tottenham Hotspur is a good club he can move to, but then again, there's Harry Kane there. There's Harry Kane. I don't see him going to Everton. I don't see him going to Leicester. I don't see him going to Wolves. They already have Jimenez and Diego Jota in their lineup. Well, they could still strengthen their lineup if they bring in a man like Luka Jović. So, to be honest, I think he should go to Real Madrid. But he did say he wanted to play in Italy. I don't see him playing for Juventus because they have Mandzukic, Ronaldo, Paulo Dybala over there. Well, Dybala could actually be on the way out as well. But I don't see, I really don't see that happening. Dybala said he don't want to move, and we just have to wait and see how that pans out. I don't think he's going to go to AC Milan. AC Milan recently purchased Christoph Piatek, who's in very, very good form. And then we have Inter Milan, who has Lautaro Martinez and Mauro Icardi. And then we have Napoli. I don't see him going to Napoli, though. I really don't see him going to Napoli. There's Mertens, there's Milik, there's Callejon and all those attacking players over there. Insigne, I don't see him going to that team either. The best team and the best destination, in my opinion, for the former Red Star Belgrade man will be Real Madrid. I think he should go to Real Madrid. Premier League, that's an option as well, but Real Madrid is the most ideal option in my opinion. So guys, let me know where you think Luka Jović will be playing his football next season. Will he stay at Frankfurt, or will he move on to the Premier League or to Real Madrid or somewhere in Italy? Let's move on to the last one, the big one, Paul Pogba. Remember, he moved from Juventus back to Manchester United, where he started his career, for £100 million. And when you really look back at it, he has been somewhat of a flop because the only thing he has won is the Europa League final when Man United defeated Ajax with Mourinho at the helm. But apart from that, Man United haven't really done anything but upset their fans and piss off their fans and broke all sorts of unwanted records. So Pogba, he is rumored to be going back to Juventus. And in the rumor, the deal includes Paulo Dybala and Alex Sandro. That's a sweet deal. Probably cash as well. But that's a sweet deal. That's a really sweet deal. Both players has been linked to United in the past. Alex Sandro, the left back, Paulo Dybala, the attacking midfielder, or he could play further ahead as well. So, with them being linked to United before, does United need a 25, 26-year-old and a 28-year-old player in a project, a rebuilding project? It's possible. Dybala is a good player. Alexander, 28, is not so old, but it's up there. I can see it happening. I could see it happening because Pogba at Juventus was really good. He was really good. Pogba has been Man United's best player this season. Most goals, most assists. So, the way the fans have been reacting towards Pogba and them getting in a fight and all of that, it's just a sign that Pogba is out the door. I think he is out. I don't think Pogba will be a Man United player next season. I think he probably put in a transfer request already. He won't be a Man United player next season. But where will he end up? He is also linked to Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane has made clear that he wants a player like Paul Pogba. It would cost him around 120 million euros. With Real Madrid already looking to improve, they're going to go on a spending spree. But they also need to get rid of a few players before a deal like Pogba could go down. And the man who could be out the door, well, he will be out the door, Gareth Bale. Whenever the whole Gareth Bale situation is resolved, then the Pogba situation will start to move forward. It will start to progress. Gareth Bale is said to have been a flop at Real Madrid. But I don't really think so, though. I don't really think he has been a flop. Maybe he has overspent his time, overspent his welcome. Maybe he should have gone to a team like Man United when he was linked to them and not stay in Spain, where now his reputation has been tarnished. Could Gareth Bale be on his way to Man United? Could that be a deal? Gareth Bale plus cash for Paul Pogba. That's another possibility, but I don't think Gareth Bale is suitable enough for the whole project, because that's what they're calling it, the project. Solskjaer and his mighty project. Gareth Bale is 30 years old, I think, or 29, 30, and his career is winding down. So I don't see him going to Man United. Maybe back to Tottenham Hotspur. They need to definitely fork out some money and sign some big players. So Gareth Bale, let's say Gareth Bale to Tottenham Hotspur, and then we may see Pogba go to Real Madrid. But to be honest, Pogba has been linked with Real Madrid for quite a while, and I think that might be his final destination if he does leave Manchester United. Going back to Juventus will be going backwards, in my opinion. Just like he went backwards going back to Man United and he accomplished nothing, he might just do the same going back to Juventus. That's just my opinion. Guys, let me know where you think Paul Pogba will end up. Will he stay, or will he go to Real Madrid or Juventus? Or, guys, he could even end up at PSG. You never, ever know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're new around here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Let me know which players I should talk about next. And until the next video, peace out. Rich Squad.